right here in Chandler, Arizona, episode 17, 60 Minutes with Karl G. We bring the hard man, Dustin Hadlock, into the studios, whatever this be, on Kyrene Studios Road.
I thought you were going to say, and I'm here with Barbara Walters.
Barbara Walters. I am here with Diane Sawyer.
Yeah.
Here to tell us, we are talking about war crimes going down in Damascus, Yemen. Something. Now,
a place that I have no clue where that is. I don't.
It's
Damascus?
some place that's been having a lot of bombings.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like a little south of, like southeast of Saudi Arabia. There's like two countries there, and I think they're one of them.
Yeah.
Something like that. I should know geography better, but it's a good day, whatever it is, the 19th. It's either the 19th or 20th.
20th, yeah.
The 20th of February. All right, 2/20, just 2 months away from 4/20, a.k.a. Dash Fjord's birthday. But we're having a good day out here. I'm glad Dustin got to stop by. I have some other recordings today, but this is the lead-off one, so we get it kicked off straight right. Dustin's got his rolled tacos. I hit the slopes earlier, so we all good.
Nice. Yeah, hitting those slopes.
Exactly. Hitting the slopes out here in the Phoenix Valley. That's always fun to do. But yeah, I guess we could talk about the origins. The first time we probably met was probably Improv Mania, although I remember you being the first person I recognized when I went to some place that wasn't Improv Mania, and that was the Bridget's.
Oh, yeah. Bridget's Last Laugh.
Yes.
Legendary place.
Yes, with
Sean McCarthy, yeah.
With his 2-3 minute intros for people coming up.
Yeah. That's kind of his thing. You know, he's been doing that for a long time. He's a great host. He's like a lot of energy, a lot of things to say on stage. Yeah,
exactly. Well, what I've remembered to do now is people that I introduced him, like doing a spot there, like tell him it's like, now he's going to take like 2 to 3 minutes to introduce you up because he's going to ramble a while.
No, I love Sean, man. I've known him for a long time. When I first started doing comedy, he was like somebody who I looked up to. He was a host at this other open mic back in the day called the Ice House, and it was the Ice House.
The Southern California one?
No, there's the Ice House in Pasadena, but there was one in Arizona where it was just like, I don't know if they called it the Ice House Tavern or something, or if it was just the Ice House, but yeah, it was literally a bar and then an ice rink. Like there'd be obviously the see-through glass and stuff. But then there's just people playing hockey while you're doing comedy and shit.
so it was an ice rink. Oh my! It was
literally an ice rink. Yeah. And but you know the bar section. You'd just be doing comedy sometimes, and there's be like,
oh, that makes
hockey
sense.
Hockey pucks hitting the see-through glass. And shit.
Now that makes sense more because now that I do remember hockey rinks I've been to, there usually is some bar area. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Jesse Johnson used to be there.
If you're holding those youth hockey games, you got to get the fathers interested somehow.
Yeah. You gotta those dads gotta support their sons, and then in the next bar over they gotta support their dad comedy. Maybe get into comedy.
their other son who they're kind of like a little more worried about it. So, I don't know if this is gonna work.
There's so many dads just watching their sons talking to each other, and they're just like, you know what? I think I could do comedy. When they look through the see-through glass.
Or isn't it like the best way to get confidence to do comedy is see people do bad comedy and you're like, oh, I could do that.
Yeah. Sometimes it could be a comedian that's doing purposely bad comedy, like in an artistic way, you know.
I think I saw Derek. I'm trying to remember his last name.
Darren?
No, not Darren.
Darren.
It was like Derek
Derek McFarlane?
Yes. I saw him do at that brief open mic at the W in downtown Phoenix, down the street from Golden Margarita. He did that once when he went up. He was trying to go up as like a very nervous bad comic.
That's weird because Derek McFarlane usually does like his written shit. Does like a.
Oh, this one he kind of knew it was like a whatever open mic thing.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of things that comedians do sometimes to deal with their mental, like to help with their mental health, like at open mics when it's just like fucking shitty or like depressing. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna go up there, and break the rules and just kind of do something that
even though he has so much experience, it could do well.
It will help you, kind of help you deal with the fact that you're in the position that you are as the comedian, where you have to keep doing these open mics. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna not do comedy, and that will help make me feel better about where I'm at. I've been there before, believe me.
You just feel those growing pains, I guess, doing it. Yeah, because I mean, it's a whole thing. It's not, success doesn't happen in one day, and obviously it takes like having talent, putting in the work, and then being there for the opportunity. And if you can't get all three, then I guess it's not really too much success out of it. But I mean, it's still enjoyable, and if it's not enjoyable, there's no reason to do it. Because making people laugh is fun, but obviously you're still going to get those nights where you do horrible, and those happen.
That's why I've been doing it. That's why you've been seeing me a lot less lately. I haven't really been doing a lot of mics. I just kind of been waiting to do shows that I either put on myself or a book show that I can get on here and there. But I
remember you told me that at a point, I think towards the end of last year, that it was like some open mic, it's like you're not really going to be there for the open mics, at least to the end of the year and stuff.
Yeah. And then I kind of just, I'm also just waiting until I have like probably just a whole new set of new stuff. Like, I don't know.
New material.
Yeah, I have a lot of things going on. I'm kind of like waiting until all of those things kind of calm down or whatever, and then I can really, my mind will be ready to start thinking of different weird thoughts again. Like right now, I'm just constantly thinking about a few things all the time.
It's kind of, it gives you like a reboot kind of.
Yeah. Like I have a lot of stresses a few stresses right now that I'm kind of waiting until those things set aside, and then I'll really be hitting the mics again, I think, because I'll be like wanting to talk about so many things.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, get those priorities done, obviously, but it's like then you'll be ready to come right back into it. And
yeah.
And plus that new material, you could find probably a few bits that do work from that, or some that can take some working out, but you know something's there. Yeah, there was one I thought of this week, and I'm fine with saying it on here, mainly because I'm gonna do it at open mics before this recording comes out. But one about the phrase "speed kills." Have you ever heard about it?
Speed kills?
Yeah, like when people say like, "Oh, speed kills," because
like the movie Speed,
or like when they're trying to advise people like not driving fast, like don't drive fast because speed kills.
Oh yeah, just like something they put on an over the freeway and one of those
to try to advise people to slow down, and it's like I don't think.
But now they don't ever talk about traffic anymore. It's just all COVID-19
exactly.
And the vaccine. It used to be just telling people about traffic, but now you'll never see that ever again. It'll just be COVID-19 for the rest of our fucking life.
How it says on the ADOT signs the amount of people that have had it.
Well, yeah, now it's just telling everybody to get their vaccine is basically what it is.
I've only seen it at 4.9 million for a while for the state and not moved, so I was like, okay, I guess that's where it stops.
Yeah.
Can we get like some traffic advisories? Like, is there an accident some distance away?
Yeah. But that's the furthest I could get into that topic because I'll get way too pissed off. But
no, makes sense.
Talking about, yeah.
Oh, it was.
But we're talking about speed kills.
The speed. Oh yeah, the bit.
We
so it's the phrase. It's like I don't believe speed kills. I believe coming to an abrupt stop kills.
Yeah. Maybe we could relate that to comedy, like saying completely quitting would kill you.
Oh, I was thinking of more of a joke, like an absurdist thing, because how they say speed kills is like, I think it's when like you stop, like just suddenly. That's when you die.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a fact. Facts, dude.
It was just, I mean, obviously I'm gonna have to like hash it out and stuff, but I feel like the basis of that, because like pretty much anything funny can, let's say, quote unquote, be made into a bit. It's just I guess finding the part that makes it funny, finding how to present it, because it takes some time and such.
Yeah, it definitely takes a long time to craft. Sometimes people just, can create something so quick, and it will just be funny immediately. And I feel like that can happen for everybody.
Are you talking about like the professionals, how quick they can make
I guess that's just what happens. Yeah, when you do become like, like 15 years, 20 years in, you're like, definitely don't need to go to mics and shit. You just do your shows and try out new things, and you just automatically know how to turn an idea into, how to structure it the perfect way, and You can do it one time, and if it didn't work, you'll probably get to that point where you can just try it again at the next time, and it will work the next time. That's probably,
And sometimes it's a crowd, but that's also why the first time you tell a joke, and let's say it doesn't work, you got to tell it multiple places. Or even if it does work, then you got to still try it multiple places. Like, okay,
oh yeah.
Is it the crowd I was at, or like the certain people? Or sometimes also people aren't responsive, and that's at least what I've started to take. Like, let's say if a crowd's not responsive, but I can see how it's a good joke, I'll approach them afterwards and be like, "Oh, that's a good joke." It's like this crowd wasn't really like paying attention well, so don't feel too bad about one. Like, there's potential in that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it can be disheartening if you think you have a good joke to tell, and then it gets no reaction. It's just flat out. It looks more like you killed a pigeon.
Oh yeah. Sometimes it's like you'll tell a new joke and it won't. You'll know you got to throw that out. You never tell it again. Like this one, I'm never ever saying again. It's like that. Sometimes it's like if I tell this again, this will be detrimental to my life.
Oh, that kind. I was gonna say
I feel like people might threaten me to kill me after this joke if I ever tell it again.
Oh, they get so.
I'm not talking about being offensive. I'm just saying how bad it was.
Oh, how bad the joke was.
Just how unfunny it was. It's like, I will kill you if you ever tell that joke.
It's like, it is so bad. Please do not. I was thinking, I guess, more in a way that, like, you look back at the joke after you tell, it's like, why did I even think that would be funny?
Yeah, it's, there's a lot of things in my notes in my phone that they're still there, but I know I'll never tell it ever again. I don't know why I'm not erasing it. I just, maybe it's just a look back and see where I was at that time in terms of my
I once wrote this
ideas.
down thinking I can make a bit out of it. I've made so much progress over the way.
Yeah, let's go through it. Let's look through my notes a little bit and just go through some things I would never. I'm just like, why the fuck? Hold on, just a little segment. Like I used to do this one where I tried this one where I would say, I just want to, it's just a premise. I just want to make sure that I have a little bit of gas left in my car before I die. Like, I don't want to have a full tank.
Oh, I see. You want to kind of go to the end.
Yeah, I don't ever want to fill my tank up because I'm afraid that if I die, I'll be there'll still be a lot of gas left in my car.
You're afraid for the gas. Something could be, I guess it would be how to frame it.
Yeah.
It's because there could be something there. It's all about framing it, I guess.
Yeah, and then I had a bit where I tried to make it, I was just trying to talk about how people don't think lightning is a big deal. Like there's lightning bolts in the sky and things are loud fucking explosions are coming from it, and we just walk around like it's chill.
The thunder. It's like, we just think, that's normal.
Yeah. I don't, but you see, and I never came up with anything funny. I mean, it's a funny thought. It's it's like a weird idea, or not a weird idea, but an idea that stands out in my head. Yeah, but there's nothing funny about it, really.
You could see that maybe there's potential in it, but it's just so difficult. It's like, how do I approach it?
Yeah, that's just a premise. We would say that was just.
How do I do the setup punchline? Am I supposed to make this absurdist? Do I make?
We're doing the Comedy 101 podcast.
Exactly. Well, yeah, we could teach one of those classes. How much should we charge people?
Oh my God, I will never do that. Never. I will never do that.
I considered it at a point, but it's only, I thought okay, if I really can't get any jokes after 6 months, anything solid, then take a class just to learn how to write.
I think improv classes are necessary to learn how to do improv with people and shit.
Oh, you mean thinking off the top of your head?
Well, not necessarily that, but learning the game of improv and long form improv that people do with each, learning how to do it with groups of people on stage. Learning the basics of that is necessary, but taking a stand-up class, I feel like you just learn by going to open mics. That's how you really learn. True. You just go to the first one,
to really
the first open mic with. I'm going to turn that off, by the way. That's Grubhub. You go to the first open mic, and you learn. You learn from that first one. You learn a big lesson
from observing. Yeah.
Whether it's
and going up,
or you learn the second or third time, because a lot of these times these comedians go and they do their first set somewhere, and they probably will either whether it's they bring their family, a bunch of people, or they just go. It could be a brand new comedian going by themselves, and they have a first time amazing set, right? But then, I think, the second or third time or something like that, you're going to like go to another open mic at some point and learn something from failing. Because there's a lot of open mics that that you will not
do well. Some are more successful than others.
Yeah.
Because obviously some crowds are more responsive than other. Because at least me personally, like if I have to go to a devil's advocate and stuff, I know the people aren't going to be responsive because it's outside, it's on a patio, cars are whizzing by.
Yeah.
At least for these past few months, it was cold as hell, so it's like it's not going to go well here.
Yeah, and that's why we won't get into anything talking about anybody, but like just the subject of or the thought of
an individual.
There could be comedians that kind of don't go through all the years of like despair. Like they're not
the growing pains.
Yeah, and the paying their dues, all that stuff. They're not really gonna like. I feel like they're not gonna eventually find something like fucking amazing. That they've
like tap into their real potential.
Yeah, just like they won't become something that is so great. I think I don't know. Who am I? Who am I to say that? There's people that. I feel like a lot these days they're just like fucking starting and then they just
they
get into their career.
It's your third
like literally third year they're like already like in movies and shit. It's like what?
Oh, with movies. I was gonna say more like your third open mic is like a JP's book show. Like you have a feature.
Oh no, yeah, not like that. I'm just talking about like there's people that just start and they like start getting thrown into the entertainment business like immediately. It's like, hey, more power to them, though.
Then
whatever.
They flash out quickly, like Jan Michael Vincent.
Yeah. But I don't mean that these people won't become somebody huge and famous. It doesn't matter if the person is famous or like rich or whatever. There's still people that will not that people won't even know about, but they will be like they're still going to be somebody that's really fucking great. Whether that person became famous or rich and famous or not.
You're saying like it's, I guess, to like develop that comedy skill and such, because some people, they may just use comedy as an avenue to
maybe not even
else.
Developing a huge comedy skill and crushing it, but just still becoming this person that like I don't know, like created a lot of memories and a lot of things that happened in real life.
You're remembered by a lot of people individually, even if it's not on.
Yeah. I just feel like that is just more great to me than like. But I still want, and in terms of becoming rich and famous with me, I don't want it to be just me. I want it to be me and all the people I'm surrounded with, doing something that will,
like, elevate you all.
Elevate us all in some way. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like that's why I really want. I'm really trying to get together with people who want to like sit in a big room and make a movie or a show.
Yeah, I know some people have movie ideas as well. I've heard from other people like just them talk about the ideas and such.
Yeah.
Honestly, that could happen. Is it like something based around stand-up or something outside of stand-up, like doing a movie?
What do you mean?
Because I heard some people, they doing like a production, but it's like based off of like what goes on at like the stand-up scene.
Well, no, I mean right now I want to like do a production with people like in a room like that just like want to make a show though, like or a movie.
Oh, so just
but not like a production around like behind some stand-up show or something. I'm just talking about.
Oh yeah.
Like I want to make like a movie.
Yeah. I guess what I heard from someone else, it's like you talk about what goes on the stand-up scene, kind of, and then you will reenact it, let's say, in a very dramatic way.
Oh, yeah. Like doing a show that way?
I guess like making like episodes and stuff, like whatever the project is, the production project. It was just in my head, obviously.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. I mean...
But obviously you could do something else, like a completely different storyline and such.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to do something with people that want to make like a unique story or whatever. I don't even know if I want to specifically do comedy or whatever. I kind of want to just make like a movie, whether it's dramatic or, anything. Not really. Usually just dramatic films or comedies is what I want to do. So
true, and it's definitely. I think you said getting those people around you you're willing to elevate up, which something like that could. But also,
I just don't have the money to do it.
Oh, nice.
I got to find people who want to produce it.
What I was thinking about it was the people like elevating up and such, getting ones you can rely on as well, because I'm sure those are the people you want around you, like ones that you can rely. Like if they have a responsibility, they'll take it, or you could take their word for it.
And people who are your friends, and people who are on the same page.
I would hope your friends are reliable, and you can take their word for it. I would hope you do.
Well, I mean, some of my friends are not very reliable, but they're still there's still people that I'm going to want to work with, like, because I know that those people are going to be the people that are going to like together we're going to make something really great. Whether we have
maybe the
issues with each other or whatever, like, we're going to have to figure those issues out because we're going to get together and we're going to do something. Like, I'm 33, like. I always say that I'm not doing anything like right now, and like what am I ever going to do anything again? Do anything big? But like I know it's going to happen. I just because the time is coming. It's like 33. Like once I'm 35, that's when it's like, all right, if I haven't kind of reached any of like my really big goals, like. It's really time to fucking figure this out. But I'm trying to figure it out. I'm really going after trying to find people who want to meet in a big room.
I feel like it's getting those goals you feel like within 3 to 5 years you can accomplish.
Yeah.
I think this is something that's attainable within 3 to 5 years. Let's just say I want to perform a headliner set at a legitimate club in the Valley.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I just like when it comes to stand-up, I just like doing shows with at, DIY shows and stuff like that with music and things like that. And and my friends' independent shows here and there. That's what I like doing. I don't really like, I'm sure it'd be great to be doing packed out shows at the clubs and stuff, but, I don't really, I don't think it's really my thing, I guess, doing the big clubs because my whole life I've been into doing the bigger in vibe, maybe smaller in turnout, not even turnout. Some of these smaller things that I've been doing lately, I've been having so many people.
Are you talking about like the Gracies?
Like, yeah, the Gracies has been pretty packed out the past couple ones. Those festivals I was doing pretty good while they lasted.
Well, it's also a quality lineup, I think, that I've seen from your tax bar shows. It's like, okay, these are actually comedians you'd want to see and stuff. They're not.
Yeah. A lot of just Arizona comedians that are like have been doing it for a while, and at least like a lot of like the people. Most of the lineup is usually people that have been doing comedy for a while.
Because I could say the ones at least. I know 2 of yours I've been to and such. I don't know if that's the amount of shows that have gone on you've already put on.
Yeah, I'm going to get you on it at some point, too. I just...
Oh, yeah. It's like I'm still refining.
I'm not saying that you're cornering me in your apartment to get you on my show.
I was saying more about how... like something at least for me when it goes to like a booked mic that I'm not going to be on, obviously. What makes me want to go is, let's say, the people I know that are quality there. It's like, okay, this person will actually be funny. And stuff.
All the comedians in Arizona are quality. Everybody who's going out there and doing comedy at the mics, like if you're participating at the mics and you're participating and you're like going up there and being a comedian, you're quality to me. And if you want to reach out and you're watching this and you want a spot, reach out to me and I most likely will give you a spot. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Exactly.
And
he's gonna verify that. All right, he has the verification software.
Like there was a comedian recently that I sent. I'm not once again not naming names.
We'll say this individual.
I sent my YouTube link to them on Instagram. Said, hey, it would be cool. This is a person that was reaching out to me to be on one of my shows, and I said it'd be cool if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'd be a big help. Read it. I didn't see them subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, but I was thinking for a while, I was like, you know what, they're not going to be on the show that they wanted. But, I'm still going to put that person on the show. I'm trying to get to the point where I I'm trying to learn life lessons through comedy and how to be a better person through comedy.
Maybe when you see them in person, it's something you can like not immediately. Bring
No.
up, but,
I mean,
casually.
I'll put them like what I would probably do is put them on the show and then mention it to them at the show I just gave them.
Yeah,
or put them on.
That could
I'm not
work
acting
as
like
well.
these shows are.
Or with the YouTube
Important
channel,
or
I'll
anything.
show it to you. Like also after it finishes as well and stuff. But the best way to promote someone's YouTube channel, like having the alerts on for them, because what YouTube likes is people who have predictable content and people want to be notified of their content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to stay away from like being the like and subscribe
You don't
person
have
as
to,
much
you
as I
don't have
can.
to
I just
say
kind
that
of
stuff. It's just with like the other comedians and stuff, and I'll do this with you like after and stuff. Put the alerts on each other because then that boosts you like within, I guess, the recommendation algorithm more likely to.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole thing with like YouTube. They like stuff they can expect. They like stuff that's
Right now I'm
predictable.
cool with like I have 150 followers or subscribers on my YouTube channel, and that's cool to me. I mean,
What makes your YouTube thing interesting is how you do it at a setting that's unique, too.
if I can just get like some people to buy a couple shirts or maybe a comedy album at some point, like once a year, that'd be great.
Wait, a comedy album? You're talking about like a recording of your...
Yeah, what I'm planning to do is make a comedy album, record a comedy album. By the end of this year, I'm going to record a comedy album. I'm going to do it a different... Somebody snoring?
No, I think that's some car driving by. Maybe it is snoring. Or maybe it's my roommate. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
shit.
like
I
he's in the
didn't
back.
know.
I texted him
Damn,
beforehand.
there's somebody snoring through us being so loud over
I
here.
texted him beforehand, and it's like, hey, we're going to be recording out here. It's like, just so you know why there's sound.
Damn, I guess our voices are kind of like ASMR to this guy.
Yeah, well, they may be potential. I know it would be coming from his room expectedly, but probably after this, I can probably say what it is and such.
Yeah. I like podcasts like this where we go all over the place and we're just like sitting here just like kind of just saying whatever the hell we want to say.
But I think what
That's
I was
the way
saying
you
about
do it, dude.
your podcast, how it's like in a different, like you have the different setting. You kind of like something that's unique, I guess, to the area. Whether it be like the one you did with Jeremy outside of the Circle K that was in Bill and Ted.
Well, dude, it all started that way because the first one I did it in my mom's living room, and I was just like, if I'm doing this podcast, I don't want to do this every week just in my mom's living room. And I was like, but then I could do it at a studio, but I was like, I don't even want to do it at a studio. Like, that's boring to me too. So then I was just like this is fine because this is your living room.
Exactly.
This isn't your mom's living room.
I'm not. My parents live in another state, so obviously.
Like, I'm moving into a studio apartment actually in like a couple weeks actually.
Hell yeah.
Or a week and a half. But so I was like, yeah, I wanted to never, at that time, I was like, I don't want to do it at my mom's or a studio. So I guess I'll just do it in a different location. And let's make sure it's, an interesting, historical, famous spot. I think it's because I knew about this other podcast called Podcast but Outside. It's called Podcast But Outside, and I'm promoting their podcast right now.
Was the last one you did the Hector one, or was there one since?
I didn't rip them off. What I'm saying though is like I knew about that, but I was like, but even while I was thinking of the idea for my podcast, at the same time I was just like, oh yeah, but their podcast is just outside. And that's the thing is like they sit outside and they talk to random people and stuff, and that is a lot of a big part of their podcast is talking to random people.
Oh yeah, and because yours
Mine
is just the guest.
is guests, and then I also make sure it's set up and there's a backdrop of where we're doing it at, and it's like we're not really doing it about the place that we're sitting in front of, but it's a big part of like kind of the vibe of the episode.
Is it more, I guess, tailored to like the specific spot, like the guests you
Yeah.
have on your show? Okay.
No, not with the guests. No, the guests don't have anything to do with
They don't have a
my
say in
choice.
it.
Or yeah,
You're going where I choose to. Hector, we're going to this graveyard.
But sometimes it is people. It's a place that me and my guest both have had, history at.
Okay.
Like me and Lou Moon, the one episode that I did with Lou Moon.
I think I remember seeing that one.
We did one at Lost Leaf Lost Leaf.
Okay, yeah, because I remember the camera was like some distance away, and I just kept like wondering, is someone gonna like think it's just sitting there if someone else's or?
Yeah, and
I'm gonna have him on. I think next week or something.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only one like that I did where it had something to do with everything else is kind of just a place that. It's usually just a place that's in Arizona. Like I can't. It's hard for me to go do it, especially with the way things are right now. With like you have to be vaccinated to be in certain places and certain cities. Like you got to be vaccinated just to basically fucking be there. It's like
to go to this organic coffee bar.
But
to go to the Cat Cafe, you have to have your vaccination stats.
And I think to go out of the country, right? You definitely have to be vaccinated.
I think
right?
It depends on the.
Have they done that yet?
I think it depends, or to leave.
International travel?
I think it depends on wherever country you're going to. Which they at least just want a negative test.
Because like my goal when I started this was like maybe one day I'll get a producer that will help me pay. They'll pay for my flights to go out to like Japan and fucking Iceland or whatever, like Germany or whatever. I don't know, fucking random ass places. To do podcasts there. That would be the goal, right?
And you're wanting fancy, but we're bringing you to Serbia, all right?
Yeah.
You think you get all these choices?
Well, no, eventually, my goal with this would be to turn it into something great, like where I'm going to it's like a travel fucking podcast, like a travel show podcast where I'm going to places all over the world.
The travel one would be cool. Although I'm thinking what your producer would be like, hey, Dustin, we're going to have you go to each former Yugoslavian nation and do an episode in every one of them.
Yeah, I mean, or just cool places all around the world, and not just in Arizona and California. Like I'm going to California, probably in a couple weeks or actually a couple months, I think, probably. But yeah, I'm gonna go do stuff out there. I'm trying to do one at in Echo Park somewhere. I'm trying to do one at the Griffith Observatory.
Oh, is that that kind of is it in the Hollywood Hills kind of?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was thinking in my
Griffith
head
Park.
also, I was thinking the Ronald Reagan library. That's why.
Yeah, I mean it would be cool to literally do it in front of the Griffith Observatory in some way where it's in the background or maybe just sitting right there in front of it. But I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people walking around it, so I'd probably just do it in Griffith Park with the observatory behind me. And then there's I want to do one on Hollywood Boulevard, which that podcast but outside podcast started out is that's where they were just setting up just on Hollywood Boulevard. So that's why I don't even know if I want to do Hollywood Boulevard
or do a different location of Hollywood Boulevard.
Maybe a specific place on Hollywood Boulevard is probably what I'll be doing. A cool music venue or something would be great. But
yeah, it's just one of the, I guess, some interesting place, ones that sticks out to you, because the ones podcast but outside, did they just do it one spot outside or multiple?
They started out with doing it in a few different places outside, and then they really started branching out into doing it sometimes even at specific places. So that's kind of hard hard for me to see it sometimes. I'm I don't want anybody to think that I'm fucking ripping these guys off or anything.
But I think a lot of other people do outside stuff too.
Yeah, they've done even Hector G. He's doing stuff like mine, but he's not ripping me off by any means because he's doing it only comedy.
Only
venues.
Open mics, only places that
whether it's a show, comedy's going on at. That's where he's doing it at.
That's why he doesn't book guests for his show up.
Yeah. So he's got a good idea there too, and we all need to recognize podcasts, but outside has a great idea. I've got a great idea, I feel, and Hector's got a great idea.
I think it's a cool one you have because it's a new setting each time and such, and. Yeah, you said it's just obviously it's not the guest choosing of where it was.
Yeah. I always put a lot of heart thought into where
for the Halloween one was Tombstone.
Yeah, Tombstone, the graveyard, Boot Hill Graveyard, that was sick.
You got those guests coming along, those reenactors.
Yeah, that he had straight up had just open carry or just holding a gun right there.
That's all of Arizona open carry.
You think, oh, this guy's got his thing at Party City, and they're oh wait, no, but he also has a real gun right there. he's trying to literally like
he went to Buffalo Exchange for his costume.
He got a Carhartt and a Dickies gun.
Something either that or a block gun. He wasn't trained in a real gun, so he only could get one of those wood blocks.
Yeah, man,
and he said he liked to always wear that stuff. I think I remember. Yeah, he said he's always in that costume.
Oh, that's what the guy said?
I thought he said the one in the graveyard. He was like,
I forgot.
He's like normally in it. I thought I remember that. I don't know. I could be wrong. I just found it kind of hilarious when they just intruded it and stuff. Dude,
Yeah.
Hector's stories are wild. Like, Hector was one person at first. I was kind of like iffy on his stand-up bits, and then I learned his stories he's had in the past, and I was just thinking in my head, oh my, Hector, how the hell did you survive? What were you thinking? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like the one he has told on like Chudir and Seth's podcast just about being arrested and stuff, and it just made me laugh. Oh my god.
Yeah, Hector's great, man. He's hilarious.
He also has that good bit now about a pool being a racist game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did well with that.
Yeah, I like his silly approach for sure.
And his laugh and stuff. You can never get mad at him with his laugh.
Yeah. He's a likable guy for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I could see what kind of kid he was growing up, being rambunctious. But now to see him, it's hilarious.
Yeah. I go up there and I think people are like, oh, I think I've been in this guy's shoes before.
He's a normal person just like us. But
Yeah.
Very weird. I couldn't tell if it was just being crazy or lackadaisical he was.
He's got no eyebrows.
Who knew? He also has not much head on. He has more hair on his chin and stuff than he does on the top of his head.
No, I'm not doing that bad. I'm not gonna take my hat off right now.
I was thinking of Hector.
Oh.
Yeah, he has more on his chin than he does on his head.
Nah, who am I kidding? I'm
Matthew Delgado, the same with him too.
More power than Matthew. He never wears a hat. He rocks that shit. I don't. I cover up my balding. That's what
when
I
he
do.
first cut it, he did wear a hat over it when he first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Initially.
Yeah. I get it. Well, what I do is when I get a haircut, that's when I don't wear a hat for a little while, like a few days. But then once it starts getting long again, I just start wearing a hat again. So people think I'm a hat guy, which I am. I'm definitely a hat guy, right?
Well, I see the hat and the sunglasses, the look, because how your logo for the podcast of Dustin.
Do I come off as a hat guy, though? I totally do, right?
Not
like, when you think of me,
not as
when I'm not around, you're like, that guy's going to be, he's like always wearing a hat.
Always wearing a hat, but not like those. Like those hats you see, like people wear at the mall, like the flat.
Like, don't you think it would be weird if I showed up at an open mic or something without a hat on?
Somewhat. I mean, not too weird, but it kind of would
be.
It'd be
I
noticeable.
Always think that it would be so awkward and uncomfortable for everyone and me. But then when I do it, no one even mentions it. No one even says anything. And I'm like, how is no one mentioning anything? Like, I wear my hat all the time. You know?
It's like part of the look.
I think what it is it's so noticeable and obvious that it's like you don't talk about it because it's literally right there. His bald spot's right there.
It's like, oh, he knows.
I mean, it's right there. I mean, it's definitely going away right there. Pretty bad.
Oh, that's how yours is. Mine is like.
I have to get a short haircut for it to look okay. Like for me not to look like a fucking dude. If I took my hat off right now, I would just look so bad.
For it to look
it's just when your hair's thinning, you have to have a short ass haircut. Like shave the sides basically to a fucking 1.
That's why I'm getting a buzz cut.
No, you have nothing to worry about, man.
Well, this right here, it's going back here, and I know my mom's father. He went
how
bald
old
at
are you right
29. I'm like 25, turning 26.
Oh, fuck! You're so lucky.
See right here. See right here. This is the thing. It's like the top of the Batman logo.
Yeah.
Where the horns.
No, you'll definitely probably be going through it when you're 33, like me, for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's.
I'm hoping that one day that they can fucking figure out something that we can do, like that's cheaper and really easy for all men, just to fucking make it all.
I think there is that stuff. It just takes a while, is what it is. Like it takes some
in terms
time.
of like research and figure it.
I don't know if it's research. I think it's
I'm talking about something that they might. I'm hoping they can figure something out for us where we can just go to to some specialist or whatever that can just fix it
like maintain where
and it will
the
be
hair
like
is.
cheap, like not just like a huge, because you can do that right now, get it solved just like that.
The hair treatment
with like a hair transplant or whatever, but
that's when they take like the hairs from your legs and put them up there.
yeah, but I'm hoping that we can find a way where it's just really cheap and easy, a really easy thing for men just to fix their baldness thing, like within a week.
Come on, Bill Gates, why can't you focus your money on this instead of trying to inject stuff into children in Africa?
Because it sucks so bad when you're a balding guy when everybody's just telling you the only option, you just gotta shave it, man. It's like, no. Like I'm in the position where I can't shave my head.
It's like
if I shave my head, I will look terrible. I have lack of eyebrows too, so I have alopecia. It's like I got it, like for sure.
I thought alopecia is when it's like everywhere it doesn't grow. Like you have
I
facial.
I have the patchiness right here on the sides of my face.
Oh, but I mean it still grows because I've seen people with alopecia like nothing grows anywhere.
I've got it for sure.
Nothing on the top of their head, none on their face.
I'm patchy on the face. I'm patchy and I'm balding in the hair. So yeah.
But it must be hair loss because I thought with alopecia you literally can't grow any hair. Like nowhere grows hair on your body.
Oh,
I've seen it with a.
Wait, what did I say? Did I say
I thought you said it's like alopecia. I mean, it's just sometimes it doesn't.
Oh, okay. That means where you can't grow it anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, that's at least the people I've seen with alopecia when it's like nowhere. I mean, I don't know if it could just be isolated to like.
I thought it was
areas.
like I thought it could be certain parts.
Maybe it could be isolated. I thought it was like a whole thing, but maybe it could just be.
I don't know.
Isolated.
Yeah, your.
I'm not a dermatologist
just as good as
or
mine.
one person who does that. Who's the doctor for hair? I guess it's not a dermatologist. That's your skin doctor.
For who?
For just regular people, like who studies like the hair, like hair growth stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
Because I know a dermatologist is for your skin.
We gotta do something about it, man.
This is gonna be the next decade. This is the crisis that needs to be solved. Okay,
thick heads of hair make the world go round.
We don't care about the climate and stuff. Let the polar bears drown in Antarctica. All right, we need to stop male pattern baldness. All right, that is the big issue that will start.
It'd be a lot more happier guys out there.
That's how you know the patriarchy is not running the world. Otherwise, this would be the number one issue out there. Damn it,
yeah.
we would be wanting to solve this immediately. All right, that and instant boner pills.
If I had to pick some hair that I wanted to have, it'd probably be like, I don't know. Like James Dean.
I was gonna say
like
one of the
young James Dean.
I was gonna say one of the members of Kiss.
I mean, young Clint Eastwood, because I already look like Clint Eastwood right now.
Young Clint Eastwood.
I want to look like young Clint Eastwood in Rebel Without a that's James Dean. In fucking what's that? What's that Clint Eastwood movie? Like.
Or was on the porch like, get off my lawn.
Well, there's that.
Like, I'm trying to
I'm just drawing blanks right now. I don't know
the exact movies with Clint Eastwood. Oh, speaking of
I don't know.
Speaking with movies and stuff, I'm someone who needs to definitely explain. Hey, you saw me. I've been riding the slopes beforehand.
Oh yeah. You went to.
I went to Aspen.
Big Bear.
Yeah, Big Bear. I went to Cocaina Hill.
Yeah, you went to.
What I was saying with the movies
the
and stuff, I definitely need to expand my.
I didn't, by the way.
Like seeing movies and stuff, because I will say my favorite movie is like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and then I think like third would at least be Wayne's World and stuff, because that was hilarious. But I know there's a lot of very popular movies I have not seen and stuff. It's like, okay, I should probably start seeing more.
Yeah, like there's a lot of movies I scan through or I sort through on these apps and stuff, and
like I want to make sure to see Scarface because I haven't seen that at a point, so I'm like upset with myself. It's like, damn it.
Yeah,
I just like Ferris Bueller's
I want to see
Days
Bottle Rocket with Simon Rex, the Dirt Nasty guy.
Dirt Nasty?
Remember Dirt Nasty, the rapper? He was,
Simon
Rex,
the rapper. Oh,
he was in he was in Scary Movie 3 or 2.
Three.
He
One
played
of those
the Eminem
scary
guy.
movie. Okay. That
Yeah.
All
He's
right.
in a new movie called Bottle Rocket, and I want to see that. No, not Bottle Rocket. Red Rocket. Shit,
Red
sorry.
Rocket.
Fuck, not
should
Bottle
have
Rocket's a
realized-
fucking.
It's the slang term for when your dog has a boner. Like when
Red Rocket.
Apparently, and also that episode he did with Seth, Hector told about Dax getting a red rocket.
Oh yeah. Dax is hilarious.
You know, that'd be a funny name to give us like a team, the Red Rockets. Honestly, I'm gonna.
I want to start like a team, like a Bottle Rocket. Bottle Rocket is a Wes Anderson movie. I was gonna say Wes Anderson, but I didn't. But yeah, I want to start like a baseball team. That'd be sick with all of us. Now
that it's in a lockout right now, we might as well.
Wait, are we? What do you mean?
No,
we're having a lockdown?
No. Baseball. The MLB is like in a collective bargaining lockout, so that's why it's not happening. That's why no spring training is going on.
Oh shit!
Even though I think they have like some festival, like the innings pitched festival, they do at like Tempe Town Lake or somewhere. I think that's still gonna go down because that's like wholly separate.
Yeah, there was this one. I went to a spring training game in Scottsdale, or was it Scottsdale or something like that? At that one complex.
Is the really big one? It was the
Giants. I think it's the Giants.
Oh, the Scottsdale Stadium one.
Dude, that one was so amazing. The game was so fun to watch.
That one? Oh, that's the lowest of the stadiums here. You should go to the other ones here. They're much
better. Because they let you
better.
sit so close, like to the.
They don't have cup holders at that stadium.
Yeah,
there are no cup holders there.
Oh yeah, where everybody sits. I guess I kind of don't really like the grass though, because I think I'm allergic to that shit.
You don't have to like sit in the grass and stuff. But also how some of like their seats, I think they may have renovated a little, but it used to be somewhere just bleacher seats, and those would suck to sit on.
Yeah, fuck that.
There's better one, like the one the Diamondbacks Rockies play out. That thing's huge as hell.
Where
Salt River.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Spring training.
It's some up north. Well, obviously it's not happening this year. God damn it. But
that's weird, yeah.
Well, it's the stupid CBA thing, so players don't have to report and stuff. And they've given like a deadline, like if we don't decide what we're doing by this, it will not start on time, the regular season. All that billions of dollars at stake.
Yeah.
Yes.
I fucking I got my kind of allergy kind of things figured out. I'm more tired these days, but I finally like kind of went to the doctor and just told him I want like some things to help me figure out my allergies and shit. So just gotta like take this like medication and shit. But
he's like feeling drowsy at certain times.
Well, today I just didn't get enough sleep last night, so that's why I'm tired today. But if I get enough sleep, that stuff isn't bad. But
were
just
you
like
out
the flow days is good.
You were out helping Batman, weren't you?
Yeah. I actually my name is Danny DeVito. And
this guy stays at that little that pigeon coop area that Mike Tyson has set up out there in Scottsdale. It's over 100 pigeons, however he has set up. I don't know why he has it here, but all right. I learned apparently that was the first time he remembered beating someone up, as he told that he saw some kid trying to hurt a pigeon, so then he hurt the...
Who? Batman?
No, Mike Tyson.
Oh.
He saw someone hurt a pigeon when he was young, and so then he attacked the kid who hurt the pigeon.
Yeah, because there's that show, the Mike Tyson show, the animated show. There's a pigeon in that show. And didn't Norm Macdonald play the pigeon, I think? Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
I remember Tyson, he told some story about when he licked the Sonoran toad frog, or I guess it smoked the extract from it, because that's what gets you high. And he talked about how he smoked that stuff. It's like, you think you know everything, but you don't know everything. And it was some weird animated thing, and you just see Tyson go through a whole paradox of levels of this drug.
I'll fuck you in your fucking face. I can't say the word he says after that.
I do. You gotta have it like, I'm gonna be fine for you.
I'll fuck you till you fucking love me.
You're gonna fucking love me whether you like it or not. It's something. However he speaks with his lisp. I don't know how to do it properly. Damn it. Some people can really do the Tyson accent.
Yeah, it's fucking Mike Tyson. Okay, what's up?
Yeah, like that right there.
Fucking Mike Tyson. I fucking it's like,
you come over here, bitch. You gotta have to suck these.
No, it's like I go. It's like I've was a boxer for like fucking 14 fucking years, and it's like. Fuck.
And then I went to jail for some shit because I punched my wife.
It's like
getting into trouble.
Yeah, it's like a mixture of like Jay Leno and like mixture of Jay Leno and I don't know.
Someone who like speaks very softly.
You know, I haven't even been paying attention to the Kanye stuff because I don't want to pay attention to it because I like Kanye.
Oh, are you saying
and
like
I
the
know
drama
that all
stuff?
of this stuff. I'm talking about like the negative stuff. I know. Also, there's a documentary that's
I saw
out,
that first
and I know
episode.
that people are like saying that that's good.
It is. Oh,
so,
yeah.
is he redeeming himself now?
I don't know.
Is the Netflix special or the documentary on Netflix redeeming him?
No. It's not honestly, it's
from
been
him
planned
being
out for
crazy,
a while.
quote unquote.
No, this documentary has been planned out for a while. What it is like recordings he had from when he was like in Chicago as a young rapper.
So
there was a guy that was with him.
Oh, well then, yeah, there you go. That's just Kanye doing what he normally does.
Yeah.
He causes hysteria in the media before he's about to release something. So
He gets his name out there.
yeah, he just gets his name out there by doing something.
Yeah.
So you guys might have just got fooled again.
It's just amazing seeing someone like him, the dream he had.
He's fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
He's causing all this confusion and making
it was
people
like,
fucking
I mean, I see like the social media stuff, like he's
exposing
constantly
people the way
delete-
they act and the way that they judge and all that.
Oh yeah, he's. I mean, everyone speaks to with somewhat of a filter, but he's probably the closest to like just letting out whatever goes in his head.
Yeah, he's great. I'm a huge
well,
Kanye
because
fan.
the doc, it's
I'll always
interesting to
support that
see
guy.
like how he takes his music to these different record producers in Chicago, and they're just like not even really recognizing him for his music, even though it's like some of the tracks that he does now. And it's just more like, wow. Like, you see this guy, he knew he was going to be great.
Yeah, dude. Ever since I heard
It's admirable.
spitting through the wire, through the wire.
I mean, anyone that has, like, a dream and is, like, hustled through it, they can appreciate what they see in Kanye. And it's when people, like, insult him, it's like, yeah, there's, like, some stuff here. But, like, you got to realize he is good about getting him stuff out there.
Yeah, it's just when they say, like, he's obviously out of his mind, right?
Well, I don't
it's
know,
like, why
like,
do you
how
say
out
it?
of his-
Why do you gotta like just say it like that? Why can't you?
I don't know about out of his mind. It's just...
I hear people saying he's crazy and he's a dumbass all the time.
Well,
and
there's some
it's
stuff
like,
that is
what?
questioning, like when he...
He's fucking great.
how he had that grudge against the
He
surgeon
makes fucking
who-
really good
that,
music, and he fucking
that like had some
says,
botch thing when
sick
his
shit.
mother died, but then he then forgave that person, but then tried to put that doctor as like on an album cover of his and name after him, and it's like it's more like that stuff. It's like, okay, Kanye, you got to see what you're doing at this point. It's like the apology you gave was good enough. You don't have to put this person on a album cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like where he's smart, I thought the smartest thing when he came out with the shoe line, because he knows these shoe people want to just collect, and so he drove up demand so much for that. It's like, okay, that's why he's a smart guy. He can make people pay like $75 for a shirt.
Yeah.
It's just because he does that limited quantity. He knows he's in demand, and that's smart of him. Even if it's not everything I'll agree with him, it's like you can't recognize that he doesn't know how to like put himself out there, make demand. It's too many people. They think everything should be God's creation of them, but he was putting himself out there.
I just loved that whole thing he did before the election. That when he was trying to, campaign event or whatever that he did in front of all those people, all of his fans and stuff, and he came out in a bulletproof vest and like mask, and a lot of people were wearing masks, and he wasn't wearing a mask, and he came out, and his campaign speech or whatever was just off the dome, and he was just like, I don't even know, and who knows, he probably wasn't even like serious about that election, but
apparently he
that's
was
fucking great. This fucking guy who just loves pulling stunts and stuff just literally was running for president.
I mean, he filed his papers with the Federal Election Commission, so he was technically on there.
Yeah, dude, I just loved that, man. When he looked at that girl and he was like, I can't even see if you're like, why should I listen? What did he say? Like, I can't even see your face. Like he said that to a girl in the front wearing a mask. I was just like,
although I thought
damn,
what was weird
is
for him is when
sick.
I've seen him at sporting events, he has like something covering his entire face. Like when he was at the Super Bowl and he had like a black mask with just a few dots on it. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, although I don't hate masks, though. By the way, I
No. This was like a
you wanna wear
full
a
face.
mask,
This was like
go
a
ahead.
full face cover mask. Like
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
over and just like a few holes. And it's like, what are you trying to do here?
No, I realized I don't want to hate on people for wearing masks.
It's
these
only when
days
they force others.
Yeah, only when they just make it, because like if someone wants to wear one, you never know the reason why they're wearing. There's not just one reason for them wearing a mask. There could be they could be missing something their mouth, or I don't know, or
How do you know their nose didn't burn off in some horrible
like
car
I mean,
accident?
what if there's people before this who didn't go outside ever because like they just didn't really like going outside and having people see the way that their like face looked or whatever. And then there could be some people that just want to go outside and be a normal person and go to the store. And now that's giving people a chance to go out there and live life normal now. So I support that fully. I fully support masks for any reason, but as long as you just don't tell people who don't want to wear one to wear one.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way it needs to be. But I'll never, ever, and have never told somebody to take their mask off.
Or what about the people that tell you to wear a mask, but they have it below their nose, or while they're telling it to you, they have their mask down, and it's like, okay, what are you doing right now?
I'm looking at this. You have a
Oh, yeah, that was my friend when he was
slideshow.
recording. That was on his YouTube video. I just popped up with eating a banana. Hell yeah.
It looks like you're giving him some type of message or something.
I just like popped in for 3 seconds and popped out, and I looked back at the video to see the comments like, dude, who the fuck was that appearing with the banana? Because that was just funny. We only need like about 5-6 more minutes anyway, so we good.
Oh yeah, I'm chilling. I'm having a good combo.
And then yeah, with that. But what was I saying with the before that? Now I'm trying to trace back in my mind. Let me think.
Remember what it was like before the internet?
Somewhat. Well, I think the internet was in
What
my
are some
age, but
memories
dial-up internet.
What are some thoughts that you have about what life was like before the internet?
Well, I remember you couldn't have someone like use the internet if someone was on the phone as well. That was probably more.
But I'm talking about just like before the internet. Like what life was like before the internet.
Oh, in general. Well, I guess.
Well, you're 25, so.
Well, I mean, because the internet was like in its infancy. It was like because I was also where the .com bubble.
Like what was it like when you were, like, what's a good age to really start experiencing life? Like 15, like 15, 13 to 15. Those ages where you really start.
I guess in terms of like
going outside and doing things with people, with your family,
like the high school years and stuff. Because
maybe even just like because I'm trying to think the younger the better for you to.
Because that's when smartphones started becoming popular.
When you were about 13 or 15.
Yeah.
Oh, so the internet was already around, like basically when you were like 8 or 5.
Oh yeah. Well, because I remember somewhat like how Yahoo was the big place. Yahoo Search or AOL, America Online.
What about when you were like 8? What was it? Was there internet?
So 8.
Did you have a computer in your house when you were 8?
Oh yeah, it was there. I didn't really use it, to be honest. I was just playing like these.
So you have had
these like kids computer games with like Lion Kings.
Because I remember when people didn't living when there was nobody had computers.
I remember when we didn't have Wi-Fi in my house for a while. I remember that.
Like the first thing I started seeing was in everybody's houses was the colored ones, the Apple desktops.
Yeah,
they were
orange,
different orange and blue or whatever. That was the first when I first started seeing things happening in people's houses. That was the first thing. Because that was the first normal thing to do for everybody to have. For everybody, it's like you got to do this if you want to be a part of society.
You got to have
one of these, and like everyone had those fucking what were those called? Apple fucking
Macintoshes.
Just Macintosh.
Macintosh, yeah. The Apple Macintosh.
Oh, so like people start. So literally, like we just changed it to saying Mac now. Yeah.
Well, now it's like the MacBook.
MacBook. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I remember just going to.
I remember before Wi-Fi was prevalent. I remember that.
Going over to people's friends' houses was the thing before that for me.
Oh yeah,
so, like,
well it's like we play like video games and such, but nothing.
Yeah, video
like
games
internet.
were a thing. Yeah, that's.
Like, I think what most kids now it's like you just do YouTube videos and you just watch that.
Like Dreamcast was pretty close to the internet, right? Like Xbox before the internet.
The first
like before
one,
computers in people's houses.
I remember kind of the first Xbox and stuff, but that was kind of around the new millennium,
the
right?
The beginning of computers being in people's houses and stuff was Xbox, and then but there was like Dreamcast and GameCube was before that, right?
Oh yeah. That was or GameCube. That might have been. I think Dreamcast was before the GameCube because I remember the GameCube. I was still pretty young when the GameCube was.
Dude, Crazy Taxi for Dreamcast is so fucking fun, dude.
Whatever that guy with the bucket cap, I don't know why. I'd always want to like.
It's
drive
just
as
so
that guy.
fun playing that game. That's why I think that I've had problems with my driving so much, like in terms of speeding and aggressive driving, is because I loved Crazy Taxi so much for like a few years. I was just like, I'd get home from school and that's all I cared about doing was playing that game.
That might be. You think that's your inspiration?
And
to
I also
driving?
liked other games too. I liked that one Wave Runner game. It was for N64. And I liked for N64 I liked Crash. Or PlayStation was Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot.
Like Crash Bandicoot and
Yeah, I remember Crash Bandicoot or Spyro.
Turok. I liked Turok a lot.
The Spyro.
Yeah. Chef's Love Shack is like a South Park game.
Oh, South Park. I didn't know that one. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I liked a lot of.
I remember The
shit.
Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh yeah. I never really played that, but I played that later on for a little bit. Like a few years ago, I had an
Played on my little
N64.
Game Boy game. I think it was a Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, I've got a Switch right now. I fucking love Switch and Nintendo Switch. It's sick as fuck. Rocket League is such an incredible game.
Such a simple and just
The
it came
graphics
out
are
for
insane.
free
I feel
early
like
on.
when I look at it, I'm just like, this isn't. I feel like I'm definitely stepping into a different world when I play that game.
Its
and
own
like,
little Rita.
like also like Mortal Kombat on Switch. Fucking Quiplash is a fun game to play with your friends. What else? And I like playing the old Super Nintendo games.
The
in the
SNES.
Nintendo Switch shop or Nintendo shop. Fucking old Star Fox sucks so bad though. Star Fox for N64 is great.
Oh, the N64 one.
It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
best one.
And I remember doing Super Smash on N64 as well.
Oh yeah, Super Smash Brothers is so fun, but only on N64 I feel like. Oh, and then another game that I was so obsessed with was NFL Blitz.
Yes, where you like
Super
tackle someone, you
Nintendo
just throw
64.
them on the ground.
Dude, that game was so perfect in my mind.
That was like this perfect arcade style game
Dude,
to
it's
have.
so
where it was
good.
so intense.
It was so. I never got sick of playing that game. I would always have fun, just in my room, just playing it. Just oh my god, so fun.
That was like a period of time where the sports video games were trying to go into the more violent ends. Like I remember there was a baseball one, Slugfest, where if you hit someone with a ball, you can get the option to like run at them.
Parappa the Rapper.
The what? No, I don't remember that one.
It was a game where you just like this like Parappa, like I think it was a dog or something, and you would just rap, and there'd be like a sensei guy, and he'd be like kick, punch, and he'd be like rapping like.
I like
Hey,
the sensei
it's a good
rap.
time. Like I don't remember the
The
lyrics.
sensei rapping dog's perfect. It's a good thing to.
Tony Hawk.
Oh, the underground
Pro
the
Skater. I was obsessed
yes.
with that.
That was fun. Yeah, and the soundtrack in the background that went along with it very well.
Oh man, it's so good.
But I like
So
the
good.
sensei dog. If we want to, we can end off with that. But you could tell us the last thing, whatever the shows that you're on next or wants to go to, like the Gracie's Bar Tack show.
I've got a bunch of stuff coming up. I feel like I've got some more podcast episodes coming out. Look out for that. Here and in like Arizona, LA, I might try to go out to like a different state at some point this year, if I can easily get there and I don't it's not annoying to get there. So check out my YouTube channel, Dustin Hadlock, and then check out my Instagram because I post all these flyers for shows that I put on. Like there's one at Gracie's Tax Bar in downtown Phoenix. It's usually like the beginning of every month on Monday, and
Keep a lookout your
got
social
one.
medias for when those
Yeah,
shows are.
Dustin, just all _ Dustin Hadlock.
And I'll put a link to your YouTube channel in the bio as well.
If anybody's watching this and you want and
Subscribe
you
to the YouTube.
liked this, you should definitely also go to Bridget's Last Laugh on March.
Oh, you got a Bridget show?
Yeah, March. Shit, hold on. On March 15th. And if I can get some people to be there, I will bust out my camera and get a good set filmed that I can put on my YouTube channel. So that's what I'm trying to do.
I'll probably be able to make that one as well, because I always tell with Sean, as long as you have at least 2 people that interest me on your lineup, I'll go. So you've checked off one. So and there's probably going to be another one already, like thinking about it. So
yeah, I mean,
as long as there's
hopefully it can be a decent crowd. I really am trying to get footage from that place because it's rare that anybody has any footage at Bridget's Last Laugh. I mean, yeah, you know that you put it on your.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I want to get like a good like up close like shot of me.
Oh, like on the tables in front.
I just want to like a good, I want a good like up close shot of me this time, and I want like to hopefully get a good 5-minute set. We'll see. I gotta this week coming up right now. I have to go to some mics, man, because if I'm gonna want to do good at these shows, I definitely have to hit the mics. So I'm gonna go to probably like JP's. You have to pay to get in and buy a drink now. Did you change it back?
I thought it's you only have to pay for the drinks if you're performing.
I love JP. It's all good. I like it. He can do whatever he wants to have people get into his club, but I'm just trying to save up my money right now. But I'll figure out which one I'm going to go to. Improv Maniac. I don't have any new jokes. I gotta have some new jokes.
And you gotta like sign up online for that. There's the double mic downtown, the Grand Ave.
Yeah, I was just doing that I've done that a couple times the past couple months. So I'm just trying to like do places that haven't seen me. I'm trying to do places that have crowds of brand new people is what I'm trying to do. Like it's rare. Like I don't like going through that whole thing, like doing comedy in front of comedians.
Makes sense.
Know what you're about to say, but whatever.
Yeah, because then at that point you might as well just start doing crowd work. But makes sense. So, you guys see that? What was it? March 15th, 16th. They're all make sure the dates in the bio. You go out to Bridget's Last Laugh. You will get your comedy boner on, people. All right, now fuck Hyundai.